football. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, the latest installment of the Inoue versus Fulton saga continues. We've been covering it quite a lot here on True School Sports, and I enjoy talking about this potential matchup because, you know, it's two really fighters that I really admire, and they're both undefeated, and I look at both of them as two of the most skilled fighters in the sport. So why not? You know, why not make it happen? You know, why not be the guy that's pushing the envelope here on YouTube to try to make that fight happen? But Bob Arum, the Bob Father, Top Rank, you know, the guy who runs the show at Top Rank, he came out and he actually commented about Naoya Inoue's future plans, stating the following, and I quote, "I think Inoue is going to decide to vacate the bantamweight titles. He has all four of them, and he wants to move up to 122 pounds. I don't see anybody beating this guy. He boxes beautifully, and he's a concussive puncher, especially at his weight." And then he also said, I missed this part towards the end of the first quote, but he also stated that his goal is to not only win the titles at super bantamweight, but to unify the titles at super bantamweight. And as I told you guys in my last video on this subject, you know, Inoue was declared the WBO super champion at bantamweight, meaning that he can move up straight to 122 and get a title shot with the WBO champion up there, which just so happens to be Stephen Fulton. So, politically speaking, things are lining up. The way Bob Arum is talking sounds like things are starting to move in the right direction. You know, we don't know 100% yet, you know, what Fulton's going to do. But it looks like, you know, for any doubters of Inoue, it looks like Bob is going to let him move up to 122. And it looks like, you know, at this juncture in time that the WBO is allowing him to get in a position to fight a Stephen Fulton. So right now, at this moment in time, December 24th, 2:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, well, as I'm shooting this video, it looks like the things are falling in Inoue's favor to be lined up with Stephen Fulton. Now, as far as the other champion in this weight class, because I have to always address Mirza Akhmadaliev. Mirza Akhmadaliev, who has two of the other belts, he's trying to fight a mandatory against Marlon Tapales. But if he moves up to 122, he being Inoue, if he moves up to 122 and Akhmadaliev is the route he wants to go down, I think that's a fight that can happen because, you know, I know some people may try to say, well, you know, Akhmadaliev's a guy that's on the zone. He's with Eddie Hearn. So it's going to be a hard fight to make. But you can't really say that because Bob Arum had a fighter in Jose Ramirez who, you know, was a big draw, top-ranked fighter, ESPN fighter. And he allowed Jose Ramirez to go over to the zone and fight in a unification fight against Maurice Hooker. So that can happen. You know, you can get Inoue, a top-ranked ESPN fighter, going to the zone to fight Mirza Akhmadaliev, you know. I could see it happening. Why not? You know, why can't it happen? I know it's I know the optics are a bit different because of the fact that, you know, this is, you know, Japanese fighters, Uzbekistan fighters, Hooker versus Ramirez is two American fighters. But I'm just saying, there are some things that are similar to this situation and that situation. But, you know, apart from that, that's secondary. We want Stephen Fulton. We want the Stephen Fulton fight. We want to see Stephen Fulton versus Inoue. You know, it's been expected for quite some time now that Fulton is going to move up to 126 and challenge Brandon Figueroa in a rematch. But, you know, like right now, like maybe like a couple days ago, I would have said, you know, let this fight marinate. But with the way things lining up with the WBO, with Arum's words about this, you know, I think Fulton is being put in a position where he's gonna have to try to make this fight happen. And truthfully speaking, like I know this fight could get bigger, and you could marinate it. Like it could get bigger, you could marinate it, but I want to just get to it, man. I want to get to the smoke. I want to see who's who because, you know, as we've seen many times in boxing, you know, look at like Anthony Joshua versus Wilder. That was a big fight that people wanted to see when they were both undefeated at the top of their game, at the top of the weight class. And then, you know, they try to let it marinate, and they kept taking fights. And then eventually someone lost. And even if it still happens, it'll still be a great fight. But it won't mean now what it would have meant, like, let's say in 2018. You know what I'm saying? 2019. So with that being said, good news. It's good news. I mean, I can't be negative. I know boxing is a sport. And a lot of viewers like to be negative. This is not a negative video. This is not negative news. We being positive over here on True School Sports when it comes to Inoue versus Fulton, because I want to see this fight happen. And as a boxing fan, I'm going to make videos about things that are in the best interest of not just myself, but boxing fans across the world. And I think Inoue versus Fulton is one of those matchups in boxing that is of, in the best interest of boxing fans across the world. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But Bob Arum is saying that he believes Inoue is going to pursue Undisputed at 122, which essentially means that he's gonna be pursuing a fight with Stephen Fulton and Mirjan Akhmadaliev. So make of that what you will in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.